Okay, so this is my first video, my YouTube upload for all the information that I know. Excuse the quality. I'm not 100% sure if this is good for you, but the information is. I got good content. Okay, you ready? So my name's Matthew Larrigan. I've been a magician for about 13 years, I think, on the streets, and I want to talk today about trust and intentions and assumptions. So the first subject would be assumptions of intentions. So let me just get this clear, right? A lot of people don't trust, like they have a lot of issues. And when we live from day to day, we work, we earn money. It doesn't matter what industry we're in or who we are or how much we've learnt. We will always not be 100% sure of how someone feels or how they're thinking. And we can't read each other's mind, but we definitely can pick up on vibes. So when someone hasn't, so when someone hasn't confronted their emotions properly and they don't understand that those feelings are theirs, like they own them, these are choices that they've currently made. When they look at other people, like I know this is hard to stomach, but when they look at other people, they feel that the person that they're looking at is negative. And this could be you. Okay, so when someone is across the road, right, and they look at you, and you're like, whoa, man, like, why is this guy judging me? You obviously there's no reason, but you can feel it, right? And you know that. Or when you're walking down the road and someone walks past you, like, and you're like, whoa, what is that? Now, this is the thing, like, they're not really judging you. They're just judging something that they don't actually understand about themselves or the world around them. It's a very personal thing. Because if you've got really good intentions and they're judging you, then they can't pick up on those intentions. So they're not judging you because of whatever other outside facet reasons. They're just judging you because of their own mindset. It's just like they're judging you because they're in a judgmental headspace. And so it's not really personal. You can always disregard those things, yeah? I think this leads on to trust. Like, people think that as they get hurt, they lose trust and they get damaged. But think about it this way, right? When you wake up in the morning, do you know that you're going to wake up with a hand? Like, do you know that? And everybody sort of trusts that they're going to wake up with their foot or their hand, and it's just normal. They even trust that they're going to wake up. Now, we got no proof of that. We don't have any proof that we're going to wake up with a hand, but we trust it. We don't question it. When you're in a relationship with someone, do you trust them? Like, do you know for a certain fact that they're not a mass murderer? Or do you know for a certain fact she's not so insecure that she's going to destroy your life? Do you know that the person has whatever emotional trauma? Like, we don't know these things, right? So the very first, imagine going all the way back, right? So the very first relationship that we have, we trust wholeheartedly, 100%. And we go all in, and then the partner hurts us, and we're like, whoa, that was weird. And so we split up, and then we get our next relationship, and we're a little bit standoffy now. But we trust like 98% or 97%. And each single relationship that we have with people, each single interaction that we have, each time that we learn these things, we start becoming more abrasive. So we put up a wall, and we prepare ourselves, and we think that trust is like earned and achieved. But this is the weird thing, right? If you go to sleep with your hand and you wake up with your hand is always there. But we don't question it, we have no proof, which means that the trust cannot be broken. It's not something that is destroyed. It's just a concept of the mind. Like, it's a construction of the mind, our imagination, and we always want an answer and reason why. So then we actually destroy our own trust in someone. It's like, if I went out with such and such when I was 19, and then and I had like 3-4 relationships, and now like I'm with this chick now, why does she deserve any of the pain that the 4 women before her did to me? Like, their actions aren't involved with her, so why should I distrust her because I've been hurt in the past and I can't open up, and now she deserves to be distrusted. When the original girlfriend, the one that actually hurt me, like, the very start, she's done all these terrible things, and and nothing that this girl would ever do, huh? And because I'm thinking that I have to overcome this, I actually destroy the connection with this person because I'm still holding on to this person's actions, which means my trust has still stayed the same from before I was a virgin till now. And I think the same thing when it comes to like humans socializing and interacting. When we walk around the streets and stuff, we'll be walking down the footpath and a car will drive past and this person's driving. They're like, I'm like, well, why is everyone staring at me for? Like, why is everyone staring at me, man? What's this all about, man? Now, there's a story here before this video finishes, because this is my first. So there's a story where my dad explained this to me. So I said, hey, Dad, everywhere I walk, everyone's staring at me. And he looked at me and said, how do you know? I said, well, like I'm walking down the road, if I look to the right, someone's looking at me, and then I look to the left and someone's, paying attention to me. And then when I look back to my right, the same person's looking at me. It's like they're all getting caught out, and I started to get really paranoid, like wondering why. And he said to me, like, yes, but Matthew, like, how do you know? And I said, well, it's obvious. He said, oh, okay. So if you wasn't looking at them, would they still be looking at you? I said, yeah, because when you get that feeling and someone's like staring at you, judging you from behind, so you turn around and they're really doing that, and you're like, what has this world turned into? Like, what is wrong with this planet? Well, nothing's wrong with the planet. Nothing's wrong. Oh, I know that for sure. So my dad said to me, he said, well, there's more of them than you, Matthew. I said, yeah, so what is that supposed to mean, mate? Like, this planet's crumbling. Everyone's socially awkward. He said, no. If there's more than them than you, what would it be like the other way around? And my mind was like, because I clicked on, right? Imagine this. One guy looking at everyone. So he's just looking around at everyone. And we're wondering why people are doing this to us. But there's only one of you. You're looking around judging 7 billion people and all of their lifestyles. Huh? And they're doing the exact same thing. And the bounce back effect would be you lose. If 10 people are judging you and you're judging 10 people, you're going to use a lot of energy doing that. And they're not going to use much energy equally. But, if you switch it the other way around, like if a guy's walking down the road, he's judging me. And I'm like, why is he judging me? He's probably on the other side of the road picking up on that, thinking, why is he judging me? The exact same thought. And I thought, well, what if this the same thing with assumptions and intentions? What if it's the same thing with trust boundaries and faith? What if this is the way that we should be able to communicate as people? So I'll leave that with you. Food for thought. This is the Magicians page, mainly for advice for magicians or people that want to get their life together. So love and light. Chin up, don't stub your toe. That'll hurt. See ya.